Do you sometimes wonder if the feeling that you're having is overwhelm or stress? How do you tell the difference between them? And once you know the difference, what can you do to help yourself? Stick around, because in today's video, I'm talking about these feelings, and hopefully by the end of it, there will be a bit of advice that will resonate with you, that will help you through this overwhelming season in your life. So just a quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor and I'm not doing a diagnosis of any kind. What I am doing is shedding some light on some stressors in your life and providing you with a community to help you through this overwhelming season in your life with like-minded women that can hopefully give some advice. Let's start off with identifying the various feelings that we can have or can experience in an overwhelming season of our life. So the first one I want to discuss is stress, because sometimes if you're anything like me and 100% in denial, you can say, I'm not overwhelmed, I'm not anxious, I am just stressed. So let's break down what stress looks like. Stress can be good or bad. It can either be because of a good experience or a bad experience. Either way, it will create a feeling of like you're on edge and you're full of tension, like your shoulders, your neck will be full of tension, and it will show in your body. You will feel it in your body. Your body's response will be to take action. It will be fight or flight, and there will be an adrenaline surge. So your heart rate will be faster. Your mindset will still be focused and task orientated, but you'll definitely feel some form of rush around a stress response in your body. Some quick examples about what can cause stress in your life will either be work deadlines, pregnancy, like a deadline for a maternity, a wedding deadline, a divorce deadline. So those can all be stress-related factors in your life that can cause stress, but it won't be paralyzing. It will just cause a stress response. Now let's look at overwhelm. Overwhelm is where stress is an emotion, overwhelm is a feeling. It's a state of mind where you feel like there's too much happening. It's almost like there's too much to handle for you at once. The feeling that you have around it is that you're drowning. You know what needs to get done, but there's just so much. You don't know what to pick up and put down. You're overloaded with tasks and it paralyzes you. Like, you know the mountain you need to climb, you're incapable of climbing it. You can't climb it. You're physically paralyzed from the to-do list that you need to do, right? Your body's response to overwhelm will be to shut down. It will be indecision. So you won't be able to decide what to do next or what to do first. You're almost in freeze and fatigue mode. So your mindset is, you know what needs to get done, but you just don't have the energy to do it. You just can't see a way to fit this into your day. So it's paralyzing. If you can hear the difference between stress and overwhelm, stress is definitely, I know what needs to get done. I know where my deadline is. I'm just really stressed about this. Where overwhelm is a draining feeling. It's, I literally cannot do this. I don't know where to start. So that is the feeling of overwhelm versus stress. And then we have to look at anxiety. Anxiety is a very similar feeling, but completely different. Anxiety is related to future stress. It's a feeling inside of you of restlessness. You're jittery. You almost have a feeling of dread. Your body responds to it as a physical response. You're nauseous. You have racing thoughts that you can't calm down. Most often you can't sleep at night. Anxiety is more worry focused, where stress is more deadline focused. And worry is ongoing, mostly about a specific topic in a hypothetical future event. And this is the three emotions that we can struggle with, that we sometimes intermingle, but we can't confuse the three emotions. I'm not going to talk about stress or anxiety today. Today, I want to talk about overwhelm specifically. in that moment, in that season of life where you are past fight or flight, you are past worrying about what if it doesn't get done. You are in, I literally have so much to do. I cannot begin to think where to begin. I get home so late, and then I have to worry about cooking food, cleaning the kitchen, setting up my day for tomorrow, and then still leaving before a certain time in the morning. I just don't have the energy to do anything else. That is the feeling that I want to talk about today. When you feel like that, you actually feel completely out of control subconsciously. When we feel out of control, I'm talking from my perspective as a woman and as a wife. When I feel out of control, I feel vulnerable, and then I make decisions to make me feel more secure. And that is to self-soothe. I self-soothe with bad food choices, not consciously. The kitchen is dirty. I didn't do the dishes. Let's pick up takeaways. You know what? I cleaned the kitchen last night. I do not feel like cleaning the kitchen again tonight. Let's pick up takeaways. So I am actually making bad decisions for my health and for myself because of being overwhelmed in my current situation. But that leads back to feeling out of control. When I feel out of control, I want to self-soothe. I self-soothe with bad eating habits, right? So you see the circle, you see the knock-on. Is that a factor for you in your life? Is that something that you can relate back to yourself? Let me know down below. Or am I missing the ball completely? Where do we start when we're in the depths of overwhelm? When we just flopping from day to day without living or consciously making decisions, where do we start? And my number one tip that I can give you is start by taking control. You start by taking action. How do you action? You need to calm your mind. We've got so much circling up here, whether you know it or not. Thank goodness today we have AI available. If you're still a pen and paper kind of person, do it. But if you don't have the time to sit down and pen and paper, don't let this stop you. Use your AI companion. Talk into it if yours allow for it. And you 100% communicate and you say, look, I'm going to brain dump everything that's in my head for you right now. And I need you to break it up into personal, emotional, family, and actual things that needs to happen, like things I need to action.